Welcome to some Dudley weirdness. So, this padlock here, a dial combination padlock, was sent to me by William Mancel. Thank you very much for luck. It's made by Dudley, yeah, and you can see it's a Canadian brand. It's kind of an older model. You can tell from the wear and the rectangular shape of the shackle, as I would say that this is not the usual current design. Usually they have a little bit more rounder shackle. It's a pretty cool old lock that does operate just normally. So it's locked up, and when you know the code you can dial in the code without any problems. So 14 is the first number, then turn back once the second number and stop at the second time at the second number, and then turn the other way around again until the last number, and oh no, it's 28, sorry, 28, and it opens. Yeah, operates normally, no problem. You can see it has a bypass option. If you have the right key, you can operate this lock probably, and then it will open also, but I don't have a key. Yeah, the weirdness, the design flaw, I would say, has to do with this bypass option. I will show you this just in a moment. But first I want to show you the mechanism. You can see that there is a spring-loaded locking pole here. I use my screwdriver to demonstrate this too. So this is spring-loaded, and when the lock is in the open state, so when all discs are aligned, this can be pulled upwards so that the shackle can come free. You can see the shackle has a cutout here that interfaces with the end of this metal piece here. And it's spring-loaded because you want to just push it in and then it should lock up automatically. And for a second reason, that's the bypass option. If we look inside, we can see a little spike here. Let me zoom in for you. We can see this little spike here. We'll get a light in here. Here you can see it. This spike here, this peak here, is connected to the plug here down. You can see the plug, and when you operate the lock, this piece here pushes against this spring-loaded locking pole, or pushes against this metal piece here, and then it makes the room free for the shackle to be pulled out. So let's close it again. By closing it, the wheels are moved so that the cutouts, so that the gates do not align anymore, and it's locked up. Yeah, yesterday late night I just wanted to pick this, and I thought it's a matter of maybe a minute or two, but I have to tell you that I was playing with this lock for more than 1 hour, and I will show you why. So I used this tension wrench, I applied tension, and I will use heavy tension now to demonstrate the pins setting to the shear line more prominently. So pin 1 is the first binder. Apply even more tension. You heard a click. That was pin 1. And it was pin 2. And now the lock is picked. But I was not aware of that. I was thinking that this lock in this state is not picked. And I was playing around with trying to pick something in the bag, which probably are no pins. And I was thinking about spools, and I reset. I tried even turn it the other way around and all kinds of things, until I noticed that this, although it doesn't turn any further, is just enough for the shackle to be pulled out. And now when I release tension, we should hear the pins resetting. Yeah, you heard them resetting. Yeah, this is just sufficient. So this little movement on the plug is just sufficient for the shackle to be pulled out. If you don't know that, and if you think that you need to pick it and turn it maybe a quarter or so, you will never get it open until you try pulling out the shackle. But now the weirdness comes. As this requires only such a tiny bit of movement, it is sufficient to turn the plug even without picking the lock. So currently here it's locked up, and now I apply tension and I can pull out the shackle pretty easily. So this is really a pretty severe design flaw. If you have a Dudley dial combination padlock, please try it out and tell me if your lock behaves the same. You can even use a screwdriver, and so it's locked up. Use a screwdriver and it's easy, no problem. So this is sufficient. So this tiny bit of movement is sufficient. I can show it to you. So this is sufficient, and this is possible without picking the lock. Okay, I was pretty amazed when I found this out after 1 hour of constantly trying to turn this plug and thinking that this lock is not picked, although it was picked. I picked it probably 100 times or so. Alright, so this was my fun with the Dudley dial combination padlock sent to me by William Mancel. Yeah, thank you much, William, again for this interesting and pretty cool looking padlock, and everybody else. Thank you very much for watching, happy picking, and bye bye!